friends. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my journal, right? So you've probably seen it on the shop or you've seen it around the net, and you're probably thinking, as a divorcee, what are the things I'm going to learn, or why do I need this, right? And so I'm going to break that down for you, because I believe that journals are tools in your toolbox of healing. And the reason why I wrote this journal is because I want you to figure out some of the things that you need to unpack in order to be able to go on to the next season of your life. So it is broken down into 21 days, which is 3 weeks. And if you've ever heard of how habits are formed, they are formed in 21 days, right? And so let's go through week by week. So week 1 is about finding joy, letting go, plans and goal setting, getting help and resources, and then forgiveness. That is our week 1. And after that week 1, we're going to sit down. I give you some additional details and some resources for you to think about, some things that I was going through during this season of making sure that these questions got answered for myself. So if we're talking about week 2, again, then we go into week 2. Week 2 is all about skills building. So skills building is going to be your coping skills, finding joy again, communication skills, financial preparedness, as well as your social skills. I want you to start thinking about your skills, right? Because what I know is when you're in relationships, the skills that you have in relationships don't necessarily always translate well into being single. And so big part of that is, how are you really kind of honing and sharpening your skills again, so that you can start to recover and reward yourself, as well as go from we to me, right? Now let's go on to week 3. Week 3 is all about emotional and well-being, right? So what does God say about how you're feeling? What is the external judgment and shame you might be feeling? What is the fear and anxiety you might be going through? How can you keep a positive outlook? What is the self-care that you're doing for yourself? What are your inspirations, and how are you getting through personal growth? After those 3 weeks, I'm not going to say that you're going to be wholly healed. That is not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that within 3 weeks, you can start to feel a little bit more clarity. And if there are questions or there are places that you just need to come back to, you're probably going to come back to this again and again and again, because these questions change as you change. These questions and their answers are going to change as you change. So I hope that is something that is super duper helpful for you. I hope you grab a copy so that in 2024, we can start to really hone in on the things that are our personal goals, our healing journey, and definitely get some solace and peace. Divorce is not the end of the world. It is actually something that a lot of people are dealing with. And I know you see that after the holidays, after, everybody kind of gets and settles down, this is probably a really good time for you to get started on setting some self-time and getting some good care. Hope that helps. Happy New Year.